Today, we will learn addition and subtraction of fractions. We do addition and subtraction of fractions every day. For example, if you buy half a kg of apples and 1.5 kg of oranges, then the total weight of fruit will be 2 kgs. Suppose you have 2.25 liters of milk, out of which you made kulfis with half a liter, then the remaining milk is 1 3/4 liters. Similarly, if you have 4/5 parts of a chocolate, out of which 1/5 parts is given to your friend, then the remaining chocolate will be 3/5 parts of the chocolate. Addition or subtraction of fractions is not always easy. Suppose Ramesh has 5/6 parts of a cake. If he wants to give 1/4 part of it to his friend, then to find out the remaining amount of cake, we need to subtract 1/4 from 5/6. To find the value of this, we need to know the rules of addition and subtraction of fractions. First, we will learn about the addition and subtraction of like fractions. Look at this square. We have to divide this square into 16 equal parts. Out of the 16 parts, if we fill red color in 5 parts, then what will be the fraction of red part in the whole square? Think for a while. Absolutely correct. Since 5 out of 16 parts are painted red, the fraction of red part in the whole square is 5/16. Similarly, out of 16 parts, if we fill yellow color in 7 parts, then the fraction of yellow part in the whole square is 7/16. Now can you tell me the fraction of the colored part in the whole square? Since the size of all parts is equal, we can find the number of colored parts by adding the red colored parts and yellow colored parts. That is, we have to add the numerators of both fractions. Therefore, adding 5 parts and 7 parts gives the answer 12. That means we can say that 12 out of 16 parts are filled with color. So, the fraction of the colored part is 12/16. Thus, we can clearly say that 5/16 plus 7/16 is equal to 12/16. Therefore, in order to add any two or more than two like fractions, numerators are added and the common denominator is kept as it is. Now let us suppose you have 7/12 parts of a chocolate. If you give 3/12 parts of it to your sister, then what part is left with you? In order to find that, we have to subtract 3/12 from 7/12. As you can see, after giving 3 parts from 7 parts, the remaining parts are 4. Therefore, the fraction of the remaining parts is 4/12. Now can we say that 7/12 minus 3/12 is equal to 4/12? Yes, we can definitely say that. Since the denominator is the same, the numerators are subtracted from one another. Therefore, in order to subtract 2 or more than 2 like fractions, smaller numerator is subtracted from the larger numerator, and the common denominator is kept as it is. Now let us understand the addition and subtraction of unlike fractions. Let us find out how much chocolate we get by adding 2/5 parts and 1/3 parts of a chocolate. To do so, first we make two equal rectangles. To represent the fraction 2/5, we divide the first rectangle into 5 equal parts and shade 2 parts of it. Similarly, to represent the fraction 1/3, we divide the second rectangle into 3 equal parts and shade 1 part of it. Since the size of the parts is not equal, we cannot add them directly. If we make the number of parts equal, then the size of the parts get equal automatically. So let's make the number of parts equal. Can you think of a way to do this? Let me tell you. If we divide each of these 5 parts into 3 parts, then the total number of parts will be 15. Similarly, if we divide these 3 parts into 5 parts, then too we get 15. Now both rectangles are divided into 15 equal parts. Since here 6 out of 15 parts are shaded, the fraction will be 6/15. Similarly, here 5 out of 15 parts are shaded. Therefore, the fraction will be 5 by 15. Thus, the equivalent fraction of 2 by 5 is 6 by 15 and the equivalent fraction of 1 by 3 is 5 by 15. Now, the total number of shaded parts in both the rectangles is 11 out of 15. Therefore, we can say that 2 by 5 parts and 1 by 3 parts of a chocolate make 11 by 15 parts of a chocolate. Now suppose you have 5 by 6 parts of a cake, out of which you have to give 1 by 4 parts of cake to your friend. How will you find the remaining part of cake? In order to find this, we need to subtract 1 by 4 from 5 by 6. Let us learn how to do this. First, we make two equal circles to represent the cake. To represent the fraction 5 by 6, we will divide the first circle into 6 equal parts and shade 5 parts. Similarly, to represent the fraction 1 by 4, we will divide the second circle into 4 equal parts and shade one part. Since the number of parts in these circles is not equal, we cannot subtract 1 by 4 from 5 by 6. So first, we make the number of parts equal. Can you think of a way to do this? Okay, let me tell you. If we divide each of these 6 parts into 2 parts, then we get 12 equal parts. Similarly, if we divide each of these 4 parts into 3 parts, then too we get 12 equal parts. Now that the total number of parts is equal, we can subtract them. Since here 10 out of 12 parts are shaded, the fraction is 10 by 12. Similarly here, 3 out of 12 parts are shaded. Therefore, the fraction is 3 by 12. Thus, the equivalent fraction of 5 by 6 is 10 by 12 and the equivalent fraction of 1 by 4 is 3 by 12. Now since the denominators are equal, we can subtract 3 parts from 10 parts. After subtraction, 7 out of 12 parts are remaining. Therefore, the subtraction of 1 by 4 from 5 by 6 is 7 by 12. Hence, in order to perform the addition and subtraction of unlike fractions, we need to make their denominators equal. Use of LCM is the simplest method to do this. For example, the LCM of denominator 5 of 2 by 5 and 3 of 1 by 3 is 15. Multiplying the numerator 2 and the denominator 5 of 2 by 5 by 3 will give 6 by 15. And multiplying the numerator and denominator of 1 by 3 by 5, we get 5 by 15. Since the denominators of both the equivalent fractions are equal, both are like fractions. And to find the sum, we add the numerators and keep the denominators as it is. Similarly, to find the difference, we subtract the numerators and the denominator is kept as it is. Today, we have learned addition and subtraction of fractions. In the next video, we will see some examples related to this. Today, we will see examples on addition and subtraction of fractions. Amar has brought 6.5 kgs of potatoes from the market. If his mother makes potato curry with 1 1/4 kg of potato, then what is the weight of the potatoes remaining? The total weight of potatoes brought from the market is equal to 6.5 kgs. The weight of the potatoes used to make the curry is 1 1/4 kg. The weight of the potatoes remaining can be found by subtracting 1 1/4 from 6.5. Here, 6.5 and 1 1/4 are mixed fractions. In order to perform subtraction, we will convert them into improper fractions. The improper fraction of 6.5 is 13 by 2 and the improper fraction of 1 1/4 is 5 by 4. The weight of potatoes remaining can be found by obtaining the difference between 13 by 2 and 5 by 4. Here, the denominators are not equal. That means the size of the parts are not equal. In order to do subtraction, we need to make them equal. Can you tell me how to make the denominators equal? Think for a while. Absolutely correct. We use LCM to find the value of this. The LCM of 2 and 4 is 4, so both denominators will be 4. To do so, we will multiply the numerator 13 and the denominator 2 of 13 by 2 by 2. And since the denominator of 5 by 4 is already 4, it remains as it is. After multiplication, we get the fraction of 13 by 2 as 26 by 4. Now, we can subtract the numerator 5 from the numerator 26 and we keep the denominator as it is, giving a value of 21 by 4. The mixed fraction of this improper fraction is 5 and 1/4. Thus, we can say that the weight of potatoes remaining is 5 and a quarter kg. Next example. Gaurav studied science for 7 by 5 hours and studied mathematics for 11 by 12 hours. What is the total time spent studying in a day? Gaurav studied science for 7 by 5 hours and studied mathematics for 11 by 12 hours. To find the total time spent by him on studying, we have to add 7 by 5 and 11 by 12. Since the denominators are not equal, we make them equal with the help of LCM. The LCM of 5 and 12 is 60. Now, we find the equivalent fractions of both fractions whose denominator will be 60. In order to do this, we will multiply the numerator 7 and the denominator 5 of 7 by 5 by 12. Similarly, we will multiply the numerator 11 and denominator 12 of 11 by 12 by 5. Now we get the equivalent fraction of 7 by 5 as 84 by 60 and 11 by 12 as 55 by 60. Since the denominators are equal, we add the numerator 84 with the numerator 55 and keep the denominator as it is. Therefore, the resultant fraction is 139 by 60. That means Gaurav has studied for 2 and 19 by 60 hours. Today, we have seen the examples on addition and subtraction of fractions. In the next video, we will clear some misconceptions related to this. Today, we will see misconceptions and common mistakes related to addition and subtraction of fractions. Misconception 1. Nandita bought 1 by 4 kg of curd. After some time, she bought another 1 by 2 kg of curd. What is the total amount of curd that she bought? Nandita bought 1 by 4 kg of curd and later she bought 1 by 2 kg of curd. To find the total amount of curd, we have to add 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. Sometimes addition of fractions is not understood properly. While adding them, the numerators and denominators are added separately. Therefore, the addition of 1 by 4 and 1 by 2 is written as 2 by 6. This is an incorrect understanding. Let us find out the correct solution to this. We can represent 1 by 4 like this. Similarly, 1 by 2 is represented like this. The size of the parts is not equal in both the figures. In order to make the size of the parts equal, we will divide each part of this rectangle into 2 equal parts. By doing this, we will get the equivalent fraction of 1 by 2 as 2 by 4. The size of the parts in both figures is equal now. So, we can add 1 by 4 and 2 by 4 directly. We will get 3 shaded parts by addition. Therefore, the sum of 1 by 4 and 1 by 2 is 3 by 4. Let us see a common mistake. While subtracting two mixed fractions, the smaller whole number is subtracted from the larger whole number and the smaller fraction is subtracted from the larger fraction. By doing so, we get an incorrect answer. The correct way to do this is to convert the mixed fractions into improper fractions. Then, the equivalent fractions of these fractions is found by making their denominators the same. Then, these fractions are subtracted. Now you try to find the solution of the following question. Smita had a 7 by 10 meter long lace, out of which she cut 3 by 5 meter lace. Find the length of the remaining lace by making a field example. Today, we have seen misconceptions and common mistakes related to addition and subtraction of fractions.